This woman is suffering from demonic possession. Her husband Jacob is an exorcist. Faced with the demon's provocation, he skillfully cast it out again, and it's not the first time he's banished it. On the other side of the bar, Lily found a strange man standing in the middle of the dance floor. When he lifted off his cloak, she realized it was a scary demon. After work, she told her friends about it. It turns out that when she was 6 years old, after her father was possessed by a demon and killed her mother, she gained the ability to see demons. Lily's boyfriend is Jacob's nephew. He told her about the time he helped him with an exorcism. They were approached by a wealthy businesswoman. She was possessed by a thieving demon who liked to steal wherever she went. Demons are usually very persistent. They don't want to give up their hosts, but as long as the possessed person insists that the body is theirs, the demon can be cast out. The nephew introduced Lily to Jacob. Jacob brought up his first exorcism experience. His wife's friend was possessed by a demon, and what possessed him was the famous demon of desire. Jacob and his nephew had a cleansing to do. What possessed the guest was just a little ghost, but the expulsion got a little harder. The demon was in Jacob's body. He went to the backyard to pray and purify himself. The demon was sent to hell from his body. Shortly afterward, he got another job. A couple lived in a murder house, and the husband's temper changed, and he seemed to be possessed by a demon. Jacob made an appointment to go to her house the next day for an exorcism. At night, his nephew and Lily were asleep. The woman suddenly heard a commotion outside and went out to check the situation. The lights stopped working, and she realized that her best friend was writing something on the wall with her back to her. She approaches her slowly. She turns around, and there's a horrible demon. She writes a line on the wall. The demon screams at her, and Lily flies out of nowhere. But when they checked afterward, everything was gone again. Then the nephew got a call that there was an emergency at Jacob's place. So they rushed over there. It turned out that the couple who lived in the murder house had an accident. The husband asked his wife to tie him up in the middle of the night, but Lily saw a figure in the window. They felt something was wrong and rushed into the house. All the doors were instantly locked, and they were trapped inside. They had no choice but to check on the husband first. Jacob entered the room and found his husband tied up. He lifted up the blanket on the floor and found an evil magic spell underneath, which was used to summon evil spirits. That's when Lily suddenly saw an evil black shadow emerge behind her husband. Before she could see more, she was suddenly sent flying into the closet, and the door was instantly slammed shut. A horrible demon was waiting for her in the closet. Luckily, the door was opened in time for Lily to escape. It was time for the official exorcism process to begin. Jacob asked her husband which demon was possessing him, but he didn't answer. He just had an evil smile on his face. The husband exhaled black smoke from his mouth and briefly regained consciousness. Jacob leads Lily and the others out the door and says that the demon he encountered was very powerful. He was called Akamana, one of the 9 sons of Satan. The former owner of the murder house was a Satan worshiper. After he killed his whole family, he committed suicide to summon this demon. But what they don't understand is why Akamana hasn't left the mansion. On the other side, a woman and her boyfriend are shooting a documentary downstairs. Suddenly, she realizes that the cupboard has moved by itself. The two of them check around, but they don't notice the horrible demon in the corner. The demon took control of her best friend's body in an instant. She grabbed her friend by the neck, lifted him high in the air, and knocked him out straight away. Jacob told his wife everything. He guessed that the demon was summoned and trapped in this mansion. All they have to do now is force the Akamana into his body and send him back to hell. At that moment, his girlfriend approached him and said his friend was unconscious. Worried about him, Lily rushed to the kitchen to check on the situation. She finds her friend crouched in front of the fridge wolfing down his food. Having lost his mind, Lily slowly approached and realized that her friend had been possessed by a demon. Her nephew slapped a rosary on his body and drove the demon away. Kia returned to normal. They went back upstairs and realized that his wife was possessed. Jacob was floating on the ceiling. With the help of his nephew, he managed to regain control of his body. The wife is now suspended in the air, her joints stiff and twisted. She was manipulating Jacob's body and casting a terrible curse on them. Jacob told his nephew to cut his husband loose. The men worked together to bring the wife under control, but the demon's power was too strong. She levitated out of control. In the face of the demon's arrogance, Lily pressed her hands on her waist and let her wife fall asleep. Several people were trying to take the opportunity to lock her up. Just when they were about to succeed, she suddenly woke up. After some panic, she was successfully locked up. Jacob asked his wife to give him permission to perform an exorcism, but the demon had already taken hold of her. People were chanting Bible verses and sprinkling holy water on her, trying to weaken the demon's power. After several attempts, the demon was finally exorcised and possessed Jacob. Jacob went outside and read from the Bible. He did his best to cast the demon out, but instead of going back to hell, the demon was free. It was all a conspiracy of the devil. He used everyone, claimed that death had come and flew away. The people vowed to find him and send him back to hell. 6 months later, they formed a full-fledged exorcism team and have been chasing after Ackermann since. This is the 2021 Australian horror movie, The Possessed. The son of Satan escaped from the ancient mansion by using the exorcist to banish himself. The exorcists could never have imagined that they were trying to banish the demon back to hell, but they accidentally unleashed him on the earth. In the end, they could only continue to search for the demon and try to send him back to hell. This story tells us, don't do exorcisms casually, or you may release the devil. I'm BullDog Movie. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.